Okay, here we go. Let's talk about Unit 11, Day 4 notes, periodic functions. Let's use our graphing calculator to go through and check these, even though we should remember the rules from looking at trig, okay, remembering how things work in a period and amplitude and everything. Okay, so as we know from talking about before, the absolute value graph is a V, and it would be all positive, okay? We can't be in a negative form. Well, if we multiply outside on the 2, remember what that does to our graph. What it's going to do is it's going to move everything forward. So we know if we plug 0 in, the absolute value of 0 is 0. So we're at 0, 0, 0. Well, if we take 1, the absolute value of 1 is 1. 1 times 2 is 2. Okay? Well, now if we do negative 1, the absolute value is 1. It's still 2. So our graph becomes steeper. We go to 1/2, the same thing happens, except our graph flattens out, becomes less steep. Okay, so just so we see this, we got x plus 2. We should know if we're on the outside, we would be moving up 2, and everything would then stay the same. If I plug 1 in, absolute value of 1 is 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. So we will be 3 on both sides. So our graph should go something like that. Okay, so now moving over here, the negative on the outside flips the graph. When we look on the inside, okay, the inside here, remember we are moving to the right because it is a negative. We are then at the absolute value at where is 2. And then in this specific graph of the absolute value, even though the 2 is on the inside, we would say that would shrink it. But again, because we're in the absolute value, if we plug 1 in, 1 times 2 is 2, the absolute value is 2. Well, if we do negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, the absolute value of negative 2 is positive 2. So again, this graph is going to look very similar to this graph.